YouTube says it has had enough of vaccine misinformation on its site.
Well, the company is taking down anti-vaccine videos and banning major accounts because it says it needs to, quote, remove egregious, harmful content. NBC News senior reporter Brandy Zadrowski joins us now. Brandy, thanks so much for being with us. What was the final straw for YouTube? Why is the company acting right now?
Yeah, anti-vaccine misinformation has always really thrived on YouTube. Really for over a decade, anti-vaccine creators have moved there after traditional media decided to no longer cover them. And the content was actually so rampant that pro-vaccine advocacy organizations, they were actually forced off the platform as far back as 2008. So the difference now is obviously COVID. YouTube explained it to me in a blog post, and they said, this is a quote, "We've steadily seen false claims about the coronavirus vaccines spill over into misinformation about vaccines in general, and we're now at a point where it's more important than ever to expand the work we started with COVID-19 to other vaccines."
So we know then that YouTube is taking down some of the big names in the anti-vaxxer community. What about the smaller channels that are still out there, that are still operating?
Yeah, this is a challenge. I heard the good doctor say that we need to take down, the big disinformation agents, but a lot of the smaller anti-vaccine misinformation is still there. Listen, banning all anti-vaccine content, it's not going to be easy. It's a complicated content moderation problem because anti-vaxxers are very good at evading the platforms. And so we're just going to have to wait to see how well they do. It's important to note that anti-vaxxers have been very open about the fact that they were going to use COVID as a way in to raise money, to grow their base, and they're not just going to go away now.
All right, Brandy Zadrowski, we appreciate your reporting on this.
All right, Shalom. Coming back again in the Holy Spirit of Truth. Harakakudash, Shalomaf, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of GMS, peace, mercy, and grace, and to the election. So the crackdown is here. It's been here, really, but moving forward, there's going to be a lot more restrictions on the things that you're able to say. All right, and according to the law of the land, which is supposed to be protected and secured by the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, you're supposed to have the freedom of speech to be able to say the things that you want to say, voice your opinions, regardless if they are agreed with or not. But as we can see, we don't really live in a free society. Freedom of speech, of the press, or of association, of assembly, and petition, this set of guarantees protected by the First Amendment comprises what we refer to as the freedom of expression. The Supreme Court has written that this freedom is the matrix, the indispensable condition of nearly every other form of freedom. Without it, other fundamental rights like the right to vote would wither and die. All right, this is the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. And it's funny how YouTube, in the beginning, it was a lot more free. You could say and do, because it was supposed to be a platform for you to, say what you want to do, what just showcase your talents and just, put whatever it is out there. But the more that this word has went out, the more guidelines and the more changes have come. And that was the purpose of the Lord using the internet, okay, so that the gospel can go out to the world. This is say Matthew 24:14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. The internet did the heavy lifting. All right, we didn't have to, men didn't have to go on planes and, go to different countries and different nations and learn the languages. No, all brothers did was put these videos up on YouTube, all right, publish these videos, and then the Spirit brought the people to the videos to hear the word of the Lord. Goes to show you the power of the Lord, This is Baruch 4:37. It says, "Lo, thy sons come whom thou sendest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of God." Yep, we was gathered, and we're still being gathered by the word. All right, the word was being published again on the internet by men who are first and foremost on the highways and hedges. That's why we give double honors and respect to our elders who, been doing it for many, many years. When this thing wasn't cool, because now it's kind of like a cool thing to do. It's a trendy thing to be an Israelite and to be out there and on the corners and, to yell and, And I'm speaking more so to, the other camps, the HOIs and your ISUPKs and, bring it out. Those, it's a cool thing. It looks good. It looks, it's very masculine, and this is all the doing of the word, because I know like a lot of brothers might have the same testament, but I came first, I remember first seeing, men on the streets, but really I came back around into this thing by coming across videos on YouTube. And now that the YouTube has done what is needed to do, over the last, 14 years, beginning to my knowledge with Elder Tahar, through the Spirit deciding to start uploading these videos on the internet, now it's really no need for it. This is Psalms 19:1. This is a psalm of King David, Malak Dawadah. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Videos are going uploaded onto the internet constantly. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. All right, you have brothers in Italy breaking down the scriptures in the Italian Salakia. I seen a picture, not a picture, but I seen a video of a brother breaking it down in the Arabic, the Korean, sign language, Spanish, okay? There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. The voice of the gospel, the voice of the truth. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have he set a tabernacle for the sun, or the tabernacle of David, which is the tabernacle of the Most High. All right, once the elect, those 144,000 are taken up and changed, they're gonna come back down from into, like Apostle John mentioned, New Jerusalem. They're gonna have those new bodies. That's gonna be that tabernacle of God dwelling with men. This is Romans 10:12. For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. And, a modern day version of the Jew and Greek thing is you have Israelites in Babylon the Great, America. They call themselves Americans. They say, yeah, I'm an American. I'm proud to be an American, but they're actually Israelites. There's no difference between one who calls himself an Israelite, that is an Israelite through the bloodline, and one who calls himself an American, but through bloodline he's an Israelite. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. And only Israelites, all right, have that attraction to the Lord. Okay? And the elect are gonna call and praise his holy name. How then shall they call on him on whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? That's why Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has sent you forth pastors to feed you. Okay, feed you. If you love me, feed my sheep. To feed you with knowledge, right? Jeremiah 23rd chapter. I want to say Jeremiah 23rd chapter. I've sent you pastors to feed you, with knowledge according to my heart, roughly paraphrasing that. Verse 15, and how shall they be preached except they be sent? And the word apostle means to be sent forth. You have apostles that have been sent forth with the truth, right? Revelation 18 chapter, at the end, it says, rejoice over her, ye holy apostles and prophets. Okay? For he have avenged, the rest of it says, for he have avenged Babylon on you, or he have avenged you on Babylon. The Lord is going to visit this earth. He's going to punish the wicked. He's going to destroy Babylon. And it all began with this gospel being sent forth. You see, let's read that again in Romans 10:15. And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. See, all of our people are not going to obey the gospel. Even to this day, even as things are happening, inflation, all right, shortages, all right, people are losing jobs, chaos, protests, all right, diseases, pestilence. People are not still not obeying the gospel. For Isaiah, which is the Greek way of saying Isaiah, saith, Lord, who have believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. How do you get your faith up? First and foremost, you got to hear this word. Verse 18, but I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, verily means truly. Their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. How did it happen? Through the internet. The internet, okay, the satellites. Okay, this is how the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, has went through all the earth for the sealing of the election, and then what? The destruction can come. Revelation, the 7th chapter. So it's a good thing that YouTube is doing this, because this is setting precedent for more, businesses to crack down, and eventually they're gonna fine and eventually just do away with this thing, or just regulate it how China is. In China you can't, it's a very regulated internet. It's not as free as the internet here. This is Revelation, the 7th chapter, verse 1. It says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. All right. So the angels, which have the power to bring the destruction on this earth, they're being charged to not bring that destruction until the election are sealed. Okay. And this, a big part of the election being sealed was through YouTube. And even to this day, a lot of edification and sealing of the elect is being done through YouTube. All right. It's too late, Esau. You can go ahead and shut it down. If you need to, if the Lord, if it's the Lord's will, you can go ahead and shut it down. All right, we've already got it. The truth is out there. This is John 15:22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sin. There's no excuses. The word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is flourishing throughout the earth. Lord willing, this was edifying. I'll catch you on the next one. Shalom.